Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm, of course, your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day, y'all, every single day, even on a Saturday, June 29th, 1800 hours, 6 o'clock p.m., talking Gamecock women's basketball on a hot day on Saturday evening. Telling you, it is hot out there. It is hot. Wherever you are, wherever you need to be, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, your Captain Will. We have a good one today. Y'all, we have a good one. There's a little thing called recruiting. That's going on this time of year. Basketball going on. Obviously we got the WNBA that's going on, but basketball in terms of college that's going on. You got Joyce Edwards just won a gold medal, Team USA. You got Jazzy Davidson, who is a Gamecock hopeful, who just won a gold medal. So it's talking season. It's recruiting season. It's time to sit back and enjoy a glass of Pinot. Time to enjoy a glass of Pinot Grigio. So if you are new to this show, if you're new to Captain Will, it's shot o'clock. It is shot o'clock. So get your glasses up. Whatever beverage of choice that you might have, it's shot o'clock. So enjoy. I got my Pinot. It might be water. It might be some Sprite. But I'm not sponsored by Sprite. So, but it might be anything that you might have. Shot o'clock, y'all. Shot o'clock. Let's talk some recruiting. We got a player. That I want to talk about today. A player by the name. Well, before we go through that, welcome everybody who's on right now. What's up, Roosevelt Johnson? What's up, my guy? Chiming in at 4 o'clock p.m. What's up? Hey, Margaret W. What's up, girl? Howdy, y'all. Tommy Mills, what's up? What is up? So, we have Agot Makeer, who just narrowed down her list to 12 schools. Okay. And when you narrow down your list to 12 schools, obviously, it's still a long time before this young lady makes a decision. Okay. So you're talking about 12 different schools. We discussed 12 different schools. So we talk about 12 different schools. There's a whole lot of visits got to happen. There's a whole lot of stuff that needs to transpire before she actually, make a decision. And she is, quote unquote, what the doctor ordered. You know what I'm saying? So if you are 6'1", a wing player, and then with her, is she a point guard? Is she a shooting guard? Is she a small forward? I don't know what position she's going to play. I have no idea. High school, she's playing basically point forward. She can handle the ball. She's 6'1". Did I say that? 6'1" from Canada? Oh, yeah. 6'1" from Canada. Y'all remember the last player that we had from Canada? Letitia Meeher. Remember her? She's a pretty good player. This young lady can, quote unquote, do it all. Handle the ball, play defense, long arms, long legs, quick to the ball. When I see all those things, like, oh man, she is ready-made. If you want a carbon copy of a player for Dawn Staley, you're talking about her. You want players with length. You want players who can do multiple things. You want players in the mode of a maybe a Tessa Johnson, maybe a Bree Hall. You want players with length who can guard multiple positions. High school, she plays all positions. She's basically, and the NBA says this a lot, positionless basketball. If she was in the Gamecocks, I'm not sure what she would play. I would say the 3. She would Carolina. She won't run point. Let's be real. She won 1 point. But she's a 6th ranked player in the class of 2025. Okay? That means she can ball. She's a 5-star recruit. She has potential to go up to top 3. She will bring so much to the Gamecocks. And much similar to the way I have an affinity for Jazzy Davison, is similar to Agot Makeer. It's very similar. Same size, pretty much the same body build. Both of them can handle the ball. Both of them get to the basket. Both of them likes to play defense. Both of them are very smart basketball players. Do we see a trend? We see a trend. Don't forget, do not forget that we didn't get the wing player that we wanted in this class 2024. We did not. We did not. We wanted Kennedy Smith. She decided to stay at home and play at Southern Cal, the other USC. We did not get Jordan Lee, who I really wanted. I really wanted Jordan Lee. She decided to stay at home and play at Texas. We did not get Justice Carlton. She played at Texas as well. So what Dawn doesn't do, she doesn't reach for the stars. I'm just going to grab a small forward, a wing type player just to add it to the roster. No. We're not doing none of that. No, not doing those things because South Carolina got to do that. South Carolina got to do that because if you're not going to get a 5-star type talent at South Carolina, you just wait. You just wait because you already built up the capital with Tessa, with Fulwiley, with Joyce, already that's on the team. And then you can always do transfer portal. You always do transfer portal, but there was no need. There's no need to do the transfer portal to get a wing player because South Carolina's so damn good. And with South Carolina being so good, we'll just wait. We're going to go back in the 2025 cycle. Breezy will be gone. Sania Feagin will be gone. You know, so you just kind of pivot a little bit. Just pivot. No big deal. But I might be selfish. I might be selfish when I say this. But I would like to get both of them. I'm probably selfish. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm selfish, but it's okay. Whatever. I want both of them. We probably won't get both of them. We probably won't get both of them. We're going to get a wing, and we're going to get a point guard. But she would be so good in the Gamecock uniform, y'all. She'd be so good. And when you're losing a player like Bree Hall, it's like, okay, it's not a problem. It's really not a problem. It's not a problem. Bree Hall ranked 14th in the recruiting class of 2021, started last season, big shot Breezy, did her thing. Coming into her senior year, if she wants to get that WNBA buzz, she's going to have to, increase her game a little bit. But she shot 39% from 3. It's not like Breezy can't shoot. She shot 39% from 3. She averaged 9.5 points per game. Good defense. A captain. Those things you can't teach. And this was her first year starting. We will miss her when she's gone. When she's moved on, we will miss her. This year, 2024-2025 season, Breezy gone. Feagin gone. Pow gone. Sakima Walker's gone. Multiple players are gone. This is because I mentioned before that the 2025 class is so important for the next 3 years for South Carolina women's basketball. So important for the next 3 years because you're not the players that's being recruited in 2025. You're not going to depend on in that season. You're not going to depend on the players that we can bring in next year for the 25 to 26 season. You ain't depending on it. You ain't depending on it at all. Not at all. This ain't Southern Cal where you just Oh, get a freshman in there, they're gonna play 40 minutes a game. Oh, you get Hannah Doggo up in Notre Dame, and you're gonna play 36, 37 minutes a game. That don't happen in South Carolina. Those things does not transpire. So you're talking about 25, 26 when you are losing a few players, and you are dependent on the depth that you already have. So the 2025, 2026 season, you will see more of the Gamecock team in a mode or the shape of a MiLaysia Fulwiley and a Tessa Johnson and the Joyce Edwards and Adhel Tac. And those awesome players. Ashlyn Watkins will be in her senior year. Chloe Kitts will be in her senior year during that year. But you're not counting on a Jazzy Davidson or a Agot Makeer to bring you something in that 25-26 season. You ain't. But that 26-27 season, that is why it's important to recruit every single year and not to recruit in the transfer portal. Maryland, LSU. This is why you don't do that. You don't know what the hell you got coming on this season. Y'all got, some folks be getting on me, especially my LSU folks, be talking about me. It's like, damn, Cowboy, you always talking about LSU. I don't be talking about LSU, but LSU be doing some dumb stuff sometimes. They just be doing some dumb stuff. If you're doing dumb stuff, it's just like, okay, ain't no different. You got three, because some folks tell me, oh, Cap, we got y'all this year. We're going to beat y'all at Colonial Life Arena. Really? LSU going to beat us at Colonial Life Arena. Not on this. Not on this planet. Maybe on another planet. It ain't happening on this planet. It ain't going to happen. Because you are recruiting via the transfer portal. But what y'all did not recruit is somebody to replace Angel Reese. Ain't nobody going to replace Angel Reese on LSU. Maryland got rid of their whole team. Brought in a whole other team in the transfer portal. Kentucky got a new coach and brought everybody from Virginia Tech to that team. It ain't going to be no different. You recruit from high school. You recruit from high school. You supplement via the transfer portal. Wow. That's a fun notion. But you got other teams who are doing it the opposite way. Opposite way. If I was a team, if I was a general manager, if I was an athletic director, whatever type situation over a Division I school in one of the Power 5 conferences, I would go to the masterclass that Dawn Staley has. Goes to that masterclass that Dawn Staley has. And the masterclass that Dawn Staley has is figure out a way to keep your top talent at the university. Is that a newfangled thing? Because in Division I football, especially these super conferences going on, and it's like it's free agency. And after the end of the season, you have so many players that's going from this school to that school and that school to that school. But with all the talent that South Carolina has, we had no one enter the transfer portal on this team. The team of 13, and of those 13 players have 12 5-star recruits, have 10 McDonald's All-Americans, and would have been 12 McDonald's All-Americans if Chloe didn't decide to show up early in January and graduate early. It would have been Adhel Tac who if she wouldn't have decided to graduate early and enroll early and be on that championship squad. So for intents and purposes, you're talking about 12 McDonald's All-Americans on this team, and then the 13 players are 4-star recruits. And all of them say, who does that? Who does that? That's not normal in this age of NIL, where you have certain teams supposedly dropping the whole bag for these players to come to their school. We thought, the basketball world thought that NIL and the women's basketball culture was really going to change the game. Thought it was. It's like, okay, so we're going to have these teams going to load up, and you really thought, because LSU, talk about the hype and the dream team and all these different things that they achieved during that season But also I have to remind that South Carolina, during that same season, South Carolina blew out LSU by 25 points. If we would have played LSU in the championship game, we would have beaten them by 30 points. But that's neither here nor there. We're not going to revisit that. We're not going to revisit that. But I will say this right here. It was the notion that NIL was going to change the game and that you're going to, quote unquote, buy players to come to university. I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that. So you're telling me that you know, some of these teams can't throw a bag at South Carolina and get a Raven Johnson, to get a Tahina Pow who decided to stay, not only stay, but come back another year? Ashlyn Watkins can't throw MiLaysia Fulwiley. Joyce Edwards went to a recruiting visit to LSU. Went to a recruiting visit to LSU. And Kim Mulkey decided to pick her up in a Mercedes, white Mercedes. She didn't sign. But Carolina got everybody coming back. And everybody coming back, you got Joyce and you got Maddy and you got Adhel. I see that Aliyah Chavez is trending. Aliyah Chavez, #1 ranked recruit from Texas, who's trending. Point guard, extraordinary, sensational player. Sensational player. She's trending, predicted to go to Texas. Excuse me. I'm saying it wrong. She's not predicted to go to Texas. She's predicted to go to LSU. She's predicted to go to LSU by some prognosticators. Mind you, this is early. South Carolina is in her top 5. We'll see. We will see. Are they going to drop the proverbial bag for Aliyah Chavez? Are they going to pry Aliyah Chavez from Texas? Don't know. Are we going to pry, Agot Makeer from Canada to come to South Carolina? I saw some stuff talking about Oregon, and it's a whole lot of high school recruiting websites you can check out. You can look and see. Matter of fact, it's some of them saying that South Carolina ain't leading on none of them. Ain't leading on none of them. All these 2025 recruits, South Carolina ain't leading on any of them. That's cute. That's cute. But like I know, ain't no way that's gonna happen. Ain't no way that's gonna happen. That's like sometimes some of these things is like clickbait. So saying that, okay, you're not gonna get a Agot Makeer, maybe she might go to Oregon or somewhere, or you're not gonna get Jazzy Davis, and she's gonna leave Oregon, she's gonna go to Southern Cal. They're not gonna give Carolina the time because this cycle right here, this 2025 cycle, doesn't have a MiLaysia Fulwiley. This cycle don't have a Ashlyn Watkins. This cycle doesn't have a Joyce Edwards. So we got this homegrown talent that we've been nurturing and guiding and watching since the 6th grade, and know that person's going to be a super duper talent and going to the University of South Carolina to play for Dawn Staley. We don't have that player in the 2025 class in South Carolina. We have a player, I want to say in the 27 class, that's going to be exceptional. But right now, that's not in 2025 cycle. So South Carolina we got to cast a net. We got to cast a net, a wide net across the universe to bring in those players, because we don't have that capability to keep our talent home. And Robert Whitaker, I'm reading your comment that you made. What's up, brother? What's going to hurt South Carolina in recruiting is the local talent not being good year in and year out. The Texas and California schools will always get the talent to stay home. Robert Whitaker, we're reading the same thing. We're on the same wavelength when we talk about those things. We're talking about South Carolina's a small state, and how South Carolina per capita puts more players in the W than any of these other huge states. Think about it, and more to come. But no, we will not have those numbers that a California or Texas have. Well, Texas is going over to the SEC, which I love. and can't wait for those competitions, because Texas at home in Colonial Life Arena, and then going out to Austin, Texas to play them. Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And you already know the history with Vic Schaefer and Dawn Staley. Oh, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. But you're right. You're absolutely right. Players in Texas. Schaefer's going to try to cast a wide net and try to close out the border and make sure those top talents remain in Texas. But they're still competing against other schools in Texas now. They're still competing against the Texas Techs, the Texas A&M. Not like Texas, University of Texas is going to get everybody. Okay, so in out west, Southern Cal is a newfangled. They're the cute school that folks talk about because of Juju Watkins, and she's from LA. Kennedy Smith, who's going to be a freshman this year, who had multiple battles with Juju Watkins in high school. So this 2024 recruiting cycle is really hitting on California and Texas. It really is. And we haven't had much success with California. We haven't. We had some success with Texas, though, because last time I checked, Adhel Tac is from Texas. So it is doable because the allure of South Carolina, the championships that Carolina has, will always be a drawing power. We don't have to have. We select who is going to be a Gamecock. We ain't thirsty. Did the young folks say that, thirsty? Is that a term that young folks say? I know most people watching me is 50 and over. But we don't have to be thirsty, looking for talent or trying to fill gaps or where it's needed. It's just that I don't have no fear of recruiting because we win so much. If you go 38-0, if you won 2 out of the last 3 championships, you ain't got no problem. You're like, okay. And then the team we have right now, you can go ahead and say right now, June 29, 2024, almost July, that the team that South Carolina is going to put in this upcoming season, by Vegas eyes, and we open the season November 4th against Michigan, where Michigan received that beatdown from South Carolina. You could go ahead and say that South Carolina will be the overall odds-on favorite to win the championship yet again. You can say that. You listen to some folks, and they're going to talk about Southern Cal. You're going to hear about UConn with Asia Fudd coming back, and you got Paige Beckers, who are really great players. But don't get it twisted. South Carolina is still the best team in basketball, and it's not close. Southern Cal has closed the gap some. UCLA has closed the gap some, but there's levels to it. And right now, Carolina is way above everybody else. If we were playing Donkey Kong, we'd be on the top floor. That's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. I appreciate everyone for chiming in today. And I'm going to do some more shows this week. I know it's July the 4th holiday, and folks, but July 4th ain't to Thursday, right? But I know folks be taking off from work, going different places and traveling. But Captain Will travels. Captain Will travel. So if you got a cell phone, tablet, I can be there with you. But I'm still gonna be doing some shows. Still doing it. Miracle Rider for you. Hi, Captain Will. What's up? Darren Garcia, what's up, fam? Let's go, Cap. It would be something if we pick her up. It would be great if we were able to pick up the services. When you have a player that can do multiple things and got a good size of 6'1" and can jump, because there are videos of Agot Makeer dunking in warm-ups. She's 6'1". There are videos easily dunking, not no alley-oop. I'm talking about one-handed dunk easily. Her athleticism is off the chain, y'all. She's very special. But she would go to, if she came to South Carolina, is that a situation where gotta have her. Oh no, she signed with Notre Dame. Because that's how some folks felt when Sarah Strong went to UConn. Didn't feel that way. I said that Joyce was a better player from the beginnings, but some folks, beg to differ. But Agot would be a sensational player for South Carolina. Sensational player to fill a role that is needed on this team. A wing who can do everything. I would say that I want Jackson Davidson more, because it's apples and oranges. It's really apples and oranges, and I say there's apples and oranges, especially when you similar players, when you bring something on the same menu as these two players do. I have to read between the lines, and I have to look at certain things. And what Jazzy do and what Agot does, I just like Jazz a little bit more, just a tad, just a little bit more. And I had to fight that fight when I was discussing back in the day, last season, Justice Carlton and Jordan Lee. I like, or Jordan Lee and I'll probably say Jordan Lee and Kennedy Smith. I liked Kennedy Smith just a little tad bit more, just a tad bit more. Both of them great players, but I just liked her a little more. Now we talking about June 29th. I can change my mind tomorrow on June 30th and say I like Agot Makeer a little bit more in Jazzy. I have the right to change my mind on a daily basis in regards to these recruits. I might get some more information. I might get some stuff. Injuries might happen. I might see it with my own eyes. I saw Jazzy last year with my own eyes for 3 days. I saw that. Under Armour Elite 24 last season. That's probably why I got more of an affection for her, because I saw that. I saw it. Brian Sales, Agot Makeer special. She can play 1, 2, or 3 handles, hoops, shoot, defend, and distribute. She can. Brian, everything you said is the absolute truth. She can do all that well at a high school level. And it's so nice watching her. And I want to see the growth that she has this upcoming season. It's a lot going to go on in the summer. Various players playing in EYBLs, doing exposure tournaments, all these different things, playing against the best that high school basketball has to offer. It really does. And the ranking system will go up and down, up and down, up and down over the course of the summer. And then when the season starts, it'll change. It'll change. But we have to be, cognizant. I always like the word cognizant. You have to be cognizant of change. Cognizant of change, and don't hold everything, tightly, or be upset when a certain player that you like or who you think might go to a certain team, in particular South Carolina Gamecocks, and doesn't go. Aliyah Chavez right now is the #1 recruit with a circle, a bullet, and a star beside it. And right now they're saying that nobody can surpass her #1 ranking. We'll see. And she's going to change the culture for whatever team that she goes to. She will. Aliyah Chavez will change that culture. This time next year, and I already know how ESPN going to do. This time next year, they're going to start the movement, if you will, about Aliyah Chavez. I have not heard a movement for Sarah Strong nor Joyce Edwards just yet. I haven't. And I'm talking about the big companies, of ESPN or Fox Sports, or any of these companies, And I know it's still early. I know eventually football going to be starting. But once that machine called ESPN starts getting behind these players, kind of picks and chooses who they're going to market, who they're going to make this, who's going to make that. And Aliyah Chavez is going to be the one. She's going to be the one. She is going to be the one. And it's just like, what do you do? What do you do? You just win. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You just win. Robert Whittaker, I think these newer girls want to put up stats. They see Juju and Hidalgo putting up video game-like numbers. I think they would rather put up numbers instead of mediocre numbers. Robert Whittaker, you said a mouthful right there, brother. You said a mouthful right there. Because I think in a lot of cases from last season. From last season, I mean, I can't say you're wrong because that's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? You just like the fact that Juju Watkins broke these records, freshman records at Southern Cal, and shot 22 times per game. Folks like that, right? Folks like that. Not to mention that her field goal percentage was her 3-point percentage was her turnover was but those things don't matter. Those things don't matter. She shot 22 times a game. She averaged 25, 26 points a game. Those are the stats that you see on the box score and on the trending, on the ticker at the bottom of the screen. Those are the things that you see. Now, in Hidalgo, the same difference. But what's going to happen this season where Southern Cal got better talent around Juju when she's not shooting 22 times per basketball game? What if she only shooting 15? What if Hidalgo's not playing 40 minutes a game because Olivia Miles is back? What happens then? Are they going to shortchange those two players because they're not having as great of a year? But actually, they could have a better year, and they should have a better year because that will make them more efficient. I don't understand. I will never, for the life of me, understand how players who are inefficient get the shine. I've never made sense of it. It's never made sense to me how inefficient players get all the shine because they're shooting so many shots, but they're making less shots because they're shooting a lower percentage. But the players who are efficient don't get as much shine because they, such and such only hitting 9 points a game, or she only shooting 8 shots. It's ridiculous to me because you have more talent. Is it right here? If Juju Watkins on South Carolina, you really believe Juju Watkins is shooting 22 times in a damn basketball game? Hell no. Never. No. You ain't shooting 22 times in no South Carolina because everybody else is good too. Not only is everybody else is good, everybody's great. Everybody's great. So we're just going to watch her shoot? This ain't Iowa. We're just watching the players shoot 22, 25 times in the basketball game, and the other players are at the concession stand, going to the bathroom, watching, getting the dust out their nails. Ain't none of that stuff, trying to shoot. No. When everybody's great, everybody eats. That's why Carolina has won the championship 2 out of the last 3 years. Notre Dame ain't going to win no championship with Hidalgo shooting all those shots. Southern Cal is not going to win no championship with Juju shooting all those shots. And if these young ladies who coming out and wants to be, if they want to market their Instagram, they want to get their followers up, they want to be on social media, they want to do all these different things, but not win championships, that's cool. That's cool. That is fine. They ain't win no chips. No, they aren't. And that's what Leah Chavez, that's what Jazzy, that's what any Sienna Betts, any of the top players, Agot Makeer, who are in it right now. If the goal is to win championships and be coached by the best and go to the WNBA, that ain't Southern Cal. Cheryl Miller ain't playing on that team. If the goal is to win basketball games, conference championships, and win national championships, the only team that is in the discussion is South Carolina and UConn. They have the resume. LSU got a couple. Very far, very few. Notre Dame got a legacy. But we talk about South Carolina got 10 players in the W right now. 10. Southern Cal don't. Notre Dame don't. Come on now. Mr. J, with recruiting Texas and California, we will definitely be at a disadvantage. What we need to do is lock up South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. As long as we can be the predominant school in those tri-states, we will stay tough. Great question. Great comment, Mr. J. Thank you as always. And Okay. I mean, I feel you. I see what you're saying. I got you. But we are not going to. I mean, you just look at our roster. You look at our roster. So I mean, you start with, Raven, Georgia, Pow, Cali, by way of Oregon, Breezy, Ohio, Chloe, Florida, Watkins, South Kakalaki. I mean, it's a plethora. It's a plethora. Adhel. It's Feagin's from Georgia. But it will be tough for Texas. I mean, recruiting in Texas, especially with them in the SEC now. It's going to be tough because they get all the tough teams as well. California, California, where Southern Cal and is in the Big Ten. So they're going to be playing some tougher, different schools. So that's about will be interesting. I'm never going to be concerned with recruiting. I'm not going to be concerned with recruiting as long as Dawn Staley's here. Ever, ever, ever. We'll always have a great recruiting class. It's always. It's not ever not going to happen. And those are the facts. Ernest Boyd, I'm praying South Carolina get a commit from Agot Makeer. It's time we get another good recruit count. You are absolutely right, Ernest. What's up, man? Malik Thompson, you think Joyce was recruiting Jazzy during FIBA play? For sure. It reminds me of last year when Joyce and Chloe were playing on the same team. That's what it reminds me of. So, like last year, you think that Chloe wasn't in Joyce's ear the whole time during that tournament, in preparations for that tournament, after the celebrations in that tournament? If you also remember, Chloe was the only Gamecock player who was actually at the commitment of Joyce Edwards. That's her girl. That's her girl. So of course Joyce is in that ear, Jazz, and say, "Yo, we get a championship. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this." That's what she's doing. Joyce was still recruiting Sarah Strong to South Carolina because they've been at every all-star type event. You had Joyce Edwards and you had Sarah Strong at every one of them. McDonald's All-American, Nike Summit, FIBA, Jordan Brand, whatever it is, she was there. So Jazzy, for sure. Marine Johnson, South Carolina fans swore up and down Caitlin was better than Paige when they were freshmen. Really? I'm not sure what South Carolina fans, you spoke to. I'm not sure if you did a poll. I don't know. I don't know. But Captain Will has said on multiple occasions that Paige Becker was the best player in college basketball last year. And in my humble opinion, it wasn't close. She was efficient. Her field goal percentage was high. Her three-point percentage is high. Her free throws was high. She rebounded the basketball. She had assists. But what set Paige Becker's from multiple other supposed great players was the defense. She was a really good defensive player last year. Caitlin Clark was not ever a good. Caitlin Clark was never an average defensive player. Okay? Paige Beckers is an outstanding basketball player. And entering this season, the best player in college basketball is Paige Beckers. Not Juju, not Hannah, not none of these players that they gloss over talking about all the time. Because defense matters. It matters. Another reason why they're going to be so good, UConn. Sassy Cassie 72. Sassy Cassie. Cassandra from Lubbock, Texas, on having a great birthday today. Cheers, Sassy Cassie. Have a great birthday. Do your thing. Enjoy, girl. Cheers. Jazzy played 1 through 3. She can play 1 through 3 in high school. She definitely can. I don't believe Jazzy will be playing 1 through 3 in college. I would say 2 for 3. 2 or 3 she will, and be amazing doing it. Robin Minatoba, Fournier may be recruiting a guy to Duke, and I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. I'm sure. Yeah. Heard a guy, this is from Marine Johnson, heard a guy that's close to Kia Nurse and Aliyah Edwards, think it's between South Carolina and UConn. Chavez is good. Not sure she's Paige or Juju's level. It's really hard sometimes to judge classes. And especially this early, going into the senior year, it's really difficult. Paige, in Paige's class, she was the best player. Juju's class, she was the best player. Chavez class, it was a time when she was not the best player. It was, actually, Jazzy was the best player this time last year. Jazzy was the best player, was the #1 player in the country. And then supposedly, Chavez surpassed her. So we will see. We will see what goes on with those individuals and those extreme players, and how much growth they do throughout the season, and how this recruiting thing continues to transpire. Agot Makeer, you're a long way from making the decision, my sister. You're a long way. But when you make a decision, and this is for the family and the fams and everybody else, because this is a lifetime decision, a 40-year decision. Remember this. Go Gamecocks. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, so I continue to bring that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go.